Asked her best friend's boyfriend to hang out one-on-one. See, that's insane.
Who died?
Is exactly what you are going to expect it to be. Do not expect anything else.
I read so slowly. There is One Direction slander. And yes, I dog-eat the pages because I don't care about these books. But genuinely, I was like, why has he got a piece of fruit in his pocket? And then it dawned on me. I was like, oh. Pain swims in my head and I hit the floor like a sack of potatoes. Like, that's like the little short stories. I feel like Tucker is the one that's left out. Hello everyone. In today's video, we're going to be reading the entire Off Campus series. So we have The Deal, we have The Mistake, we have The Score, we have The Goal, and we have The Legacy. I do have the Briar U books, but I'm not including them in this reading vlog. I can make that its own reading vlog, but we'll see. I am slowly coming out of a reading slump, so I don't want to like force myself or push myself too hard because I'm scared I'm gonna go back into the reading slump. The Deal. I read this years and years and years ago. Okay, I read it years ago. I read it in I think only a day. It was a day or a night or like 2 days maybe. I read it quite fast, which now I read so slowly. I don't know what has happened, but I just find it so, like, I just am taking so long to read, okay? Which there's nothing wrong with, but it's just very strange. So I want to see how quickly, not how quickly, but I want to see
how long it takes me to read these books. Although what I will say, in the audiobooks I was able to listen to them all in 2x speed. So I think maybe it's the genre for me. I don't really know.
I also think I'm going to listen to some parts on audio, so we'll also see what audiobook listening speed I listen at, because in the past I couldn't not listen to an audiobook on 2x speed because I felt they were talking too slowly at any other speed, and I was losing focus and I was losing track because I was like, they're talking too slow. So I had to listen at 2x speed so I could comprehend everything, because when they're talking too slowly I was like, I can't keep engaged. However, now it is the opposite. So I recently just read Yes Year. I love that book. It made me feel like sick so many times, and when I found out the twist, I was like, it made me feel so ill, genuinely, and I want to reread it so bad. So I read that book 5 stars, but I listened to that on Spotify, and it took me ages to even get up to be able to listen to 1.4 speed, because I was like, I can only listen on 1x speed or 1.1 speed now. So I don't know what's happened to me. Okay, now what I remember about this is that it is very cringy, okay? It's very Wattpad writing. Back then, I remember I even cringed. I can't remember how old I was when I read this. I think I was like 15 when I read this, 15 or 16 when I read this. And I pretty much remember like everything in this book. I remember specific scenes, specific conversations. And I also read this book on my phone on some random website. That's how I read it first time, okay? Because these covers were not out when I read it. And I remember I didn't want to buy the covers because I thought that they were hideous, okay? I actually have a story about that. So I ordered these books, and there was like a limited edition, like blue sprayed edge, because I was waiting till these covers came out because I hated the original ones. I paid extra for international shipping to get the blue sprayed edges. Are these blue? No. So then I was gonna, paint the edges myself. Oh wait, oh my god, let me just do a haul. So look what I bought. I bought these, right? I bought these from Kmart. They were so cheap. It's acrylic paint because those books by Elle Kennedy. Okay, it's not the Shining, not the Wedding Party, but the books by Elle Kennedy, they're supposed to have blue sprayed edges and they don't. So I'm gonna paint them myself because who cares? I'm just paint them myself. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you some of my clothes now. I'm so excited to show you. See, okay, but the red, okay, is this, yes? But now I'm like, I don't think I like that. I have a lot of books now with sprayed edges, so I'm kind of like over it. So I'm kind of glad that these do not have any sprayed edges. Actually, I'm very glad they don't have any sprayed edges. Everything always works out eventually. What I remember also about this book is that it is very much like, how do you say, misogynistic at times. So sometimes I remember I was like, oh, that's a bit funny. So I feel like now that might hinder my experience a lot, but I'm going into with the expectation that I know what it's going to be, okay? It's been on my mind to read this series since I was 15 years old, and I feel like this is the series that Icebreaker wanted to be, like the found familyness of the characters. I don't even know where that came from. I didn't even have that written down in my notes of things I wanted to discuss. While everyone is obsessing over the TV show because the TV show just came out, I was like, I think I need to read this because I want to know, and I want to eventually watch the show. Do I know when I'm going to watch the show? No, but I do want to read this like while everyone's talking about it, and so I can kind of motivate me to read a bit more. Again, helping keep the reading slump away. And also like right now I'm a bit stressed in my life because I have a lot of things I have to do. I'm very busy, and like actually busy, okay? I don't mean busy with errands. I don't mean busy to do my crafts. No, I mean busy with my 2 jobs, work placement, my assignments for work placement, and then stressing about all the little mini admin things that I still need to do. There's a leak in my wardrobe. I have to I have to get my prescription. I, have to put out an invoice for this festival, writers festival thing that I spoke at, so I can get paid for doing that. I need to do my uni enrollments and figure out my schedule for that so I can give my updated schedule to things. So it's just, I'm very busy and I'm very stressed because I have so many assignments that I need to get done by next week and so many things I need to do, and I'm very stressed out. So yeah, I'm thinking that this, just like a trashy romance, which is going to be just very much like a Wattpad thing, is just going to help me. And even though I have read this and even though I remember everything, I'm still just going to reread it anyways. I still remember the start of it. Like the start of it, she's in a class and she succeeded in this class. Like, and I remember everyone else failed. And then the girl next to her is like, oh, can I see your paper? Because she doesn't believe it. And meanwhile, she's like obsessing over this guy. I can't remember exactly. I think he's a basketball player. And she's thinking about him and she's thinking about how attractive this guy is, who's not Garrett, by the way. Did I ever say what this was? No, about Hannah Wells and Garrett Graham. Okay. So I'm not even going to read the back. I'll read this and then I'll give you an update about like what it's about. But I'm pretty sure that's what happens at the start. Okay, now it's like not going to be that. And it's for like some class that used to be really easy, but now it's really hard and like the whole class failed. So, and I think it's like a redo thing they can do. Let me just make sure that's right, because that could be just for a completely different book. Okay, first thing I got wrong. He is not basketball, it is baseball. She aced it. She got a red A on the midterm. See, philosophical ethics. It was supposed to be a breeze. The professor who used to teach it handed out brainless multiple choice tests and a final exam, which was like very easy. And then the girl next to her, Nell, she's like, can I read it? Like, I want to see. Well, she asked, like, can I read it? She has a crush on the other guy. And then Garrett is stressed because I think if he fails, he did fail. He failed. So yeah, I literally remember it, and I remember like very intricate scenes, but like it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna read it just so I have it in my mind, and then we'll read these ones. And I'm hoping that I can kind of read them, not like one a day, but like not take too long, because I also think some of the books I have been reading, I want to, every single sentence I'm like hanging on to, and I feel like these books I'm not going to be hanging on to every sentence. I'll just open up to a random page. This sentence here, mushrooms and onions and green peppers. That's not something that like I'm going to be like, I need to reread that, that's so beautiful, what is this gonna mean later? Something that's kind of mindless a little bit. Anyways, I've been ranting for a very long time. I am going to go to the gym now. Well, I'm going to go to my boyfriend's house and then go to the gym. But I'm going to listen to the audiobook and then I will update you, I think, when I'm at my boyfriend's house, kind of what's going on and everything. I will talk to you guys soon. For reference, she is wearing skinny jeans. Garrett has that very just typical objectifies the women, whatever we already knew. See, that's the leak from my bathroom. It's really bad. Okay. But yes, essentially, this girl named Hannah, she did very well in the class. There's this guy. She has a massive crush on him, blah, blah, blah. Essentially, what ends up happening is, I'm not actually up to that part yet. I'm up to the part where Garrett has seen Hannah, like, walk down. But what happens is, Garrett is failing, and his GPA is too low, and then, because if he doesn't, like, make up the midterm, he won't be able to play hockey. So, they agree to a deal where, basically, he will help make the guy jealous, and she will help him study, and help him pass. And that is the plot of the deal. Do you know what? This is exactly what I needed. Everyone wants to go out with me. That's what he literally just told her. And of course, because like she's not like the other girls, like she does not, obsess over him and love him and like want to be with him. But you know what? For everything I know going into it, I am actually really enjoying this. Like this is like it is really what I needed. I just needed something that like isn't too serious. It's not that deep. It's just like a fun time. I know, but there is also some depth in it because Hannah, she's been through therapy, but she's still like kind of dealing with the effects of an assault that happened when she's at a party. And she said that she's fine, but like if she goes to a party, like it triggers her and stuff like that. And I remember that Garrett, from what I remember, he does help her a little bit through that. So like there's some depth there. And I like already knowing. Sorry, my story's run out, so I'm going to make this very quick. I like already knowing the characters and the friend group, and I'm excited to see all the different aspects of the friend group now that I've heard more. Okay, hello everyone. I want to give you a quick update of the deal because Hello. So I'm almost finished the deal, as you can see, so I kind of want to give you an update about it before I finish it because my plan is to finish it tonight. So yes, I know, but I'm also going to try really hard not to rant for too long because I feel like I speak so long, and then I've literally just got my storage down so I could upload like my last reading vlog. I don't think it's gonna be my last one whenever I finish this, but the reading vlog where it's like the reading the reading vlog where I see, this is what I'm talking about. I get off track. Where it was like what I realistically read in a week. Yeah, I need to be concise. Okay, I'm thinking that for these books, I'm gonna give you like the start, what it's about, and then I'm going to kind of give you like a mid check-in, and then at the end of the book check-in. So I guess this is like my mid check-in, and then I'll give you like the end one in a little bit. Okay. Yes, see. His claws are digging into me. There are so many parts of this book that I am finding hilarious. Now, it is very stereotypical. It's like a stereotypical college atmosphere. And I think also this book, really, you can tell it is a cheesy college hockey romance published in 2015. It's just, it is what it is. Obviously, there is like problematic things like almost exotic. That's wild. There is One Direction slander in this book, which I think also just goes to show you. And then also in this book, they mention that Justin Bieber had a monkey and it was like taken off of him. And I looked it up because I was like, is that true? And he did. It was a monkey called Mally. Okay, so in the book, they said that he abandoned it. He was in the airport with the monkey. The monkey's only 14 weeks old. Someone saw it, made a big deal about it, so then they confiscated it off of him. But that makes me think about like all the pop culture and just situations that happen in the world. And it just makes me think about everything that happens that's been written in books and mentioned in TV shows, mentioned in movies, that like, you know, everyone else would have like moved on and forgot about. But then all it takes is someone to just rewatch, reread, and then it's like brought back up. I would have never known that. And I'm guessing a lot of people who are now also reading this book, because the show just came out, people reading this book says that Justin Bieber abandoned his monkey in the airport. Also, I do not appreciate the One Direction slander. Now, I already mentioned this, but I read this book so many years ago, alright? But what I didn't realize is I've actually read the next one. And the reason why I know that is because in this book, one of the characters, Logan, he is showing signs of a crush. And then I was like, hang on, that sounds very familiar. And in the next one, that's like an entire plot point, is the fact that he has a crush on Hannah. And then the girl, she finds out about this. And it's the mistake. And I remember thinking that was like so weird at the time when I read it. But I think now I'm curious to see what I'm going to actually think of like a plot line and something like that. Because I think that is just so weird. And from what I can remember, I just want to be like to the girl, run. Like, run. But yeah, I've definitely read the next one. I can't remember if I've read the third one. Because like I said, like all these books that I read them when I was younger on my phone. So I didn't have the books. And also because I didn't want the covers. Because the first covers were shirtless men and the second covers were... I don't even know what those covers were, to be honest. Actually, I read this quote and I really like it. I never expected her. Sometimes people sneak up on you and you don't know how you ever live without them. I'm sorry, I'm reading off my notes. I have to keep going out of this into my notes, and so like I was trying to memorize it. So really, like, I'm not hating this. I'm not hating my experience. It's very typical. Definitely, I remember liked this when I was younger compared to now, but it's just like, it's fun. But then also there is like some serious topic and delving into that, not with as much depth as like other genres would do. And I guess my parting thought before I go and finish this book and then give you my final thoughts for the deal is just, I will stand by the fact that this is everything that Icebreaker was trying to be. And I'm still so mad about Icebreaker, and I still can't believe Icebreaker was only 3 books, because the entire thing I had issues with was the fact that there was like a million characters introduced in like the first chapter, and it was like no one cares about any of these people, but I thought they were all gonna get a book, and that just like didn't happen. It was 3 books, and I'm like, that is not... Anyways, it makes me angry thinking about it.
I don't know what's happening, but it's just getting too much cringy. I'm on page 311. I've only got a little bit left. And you know what? I changed my mind. It's just like, it's cringe. Like, I'm just getting cringed out. Like, I know that I said, like, you have to expect that it's going to be cheesy and cringy and stuff, but it's like now it's just even worse. Because I was listening to it before, and now I can't. Actually reading it's very hard. Oh, I forgot. I think I know what the third breakup is going to be. Garrett's dad, because Garrett's dad is like really rich, and like he because he was like such a successful hockey player and everything, I think. And he's just, you know, because Hannah's family is not rich. Yeah, I think I remember. Wait, I can't remember exactly what happens. Hold on. I feel sick. This is terrible. This is how I'm studying about. There's words on paper. Words on paper. See, I'll just be honest. I would have just said no. Now I remember. Okay, I clearly forgot about this. What do you mean she called her best friend's boyfriend and asked him to hang out? Asked her best friend's boyfriend to hang out one-on-one. See, that's insane. I don't remember that because you know what? My best friend would never do that. And I would never do that because that's weird. That's weird behavior. She would never do that to me. That's despicable, actually. You know, good on him for being like, that's weird. Okay, so everything is going to be resolved naturally because this is a romance book. But even if, like, what's happening is going to happen, there's no way that Dad would have, like, actually gone through with the threat. There is no way he would have. Like, his entire life is living vicariously through Garrett. There's no way he would have done the threat that he said he was going to. There's just no way he would have. Ali saying she would kill Dean even though she bees with Dean. Near the end, there was, like, little descriptions of what each of the other books are. And as I was reading them, I think I've read all of them. The Sabrina and Tucker one, I've 100% read that one. I think I've read them all. The next book, that's one where there's the party scene. Have I read all of these? Can't remember if I've read Ali and Dean's one, but I'm excited for that one because she just gets out of her long, like, time relationship. Anyway, so I finally finished the deal. I'm just gonna give this book 3 stars. Like, we already know. I don't have anything else to update. I don't have anything else to update really about it. Yes, there was, like, quite a few very problematic lines that you look at and you're like, that's odd. Why would you even say that? 3 stars, and I'm going to start The Mistake now because I'm actually, like, invested now. Like, I know that because, like, I kind of remember, but it's been so long ago since I read these. Yeah. Ow. The Mistake. This book here has been the book that I have been using the past few nights to wind down to. I'm up to page 145, and yes, I dog-eared the pages because I don't care about these books. These are not my prized possession books, and I don't care. If it's any of my books that I actually care about, you will not catch me falling down the pages, but these I don't care about. Anyway, that sounds harsh, but like, ow, I just hurt myself in the face. I guess that's karma. So, the point of this book, okay, so we have Logan and we have Grace. Now, Logan, it's so uncomfortable. The book literally starts out with him obsessing over Hannah, which is the girl from the first book. And he's like, because they're housemates, he is listening to Hannah and Garrett. He's listening. And it's disturbing because it's making me uncomfortable how he talked about liking her. Now that more things have been revealed, I remembered why I was actually okay with it. But like, still. So in the first book, Hannah was a bit not like other girls. In this book here, Grace is also a bit not like other girls. Like, they love dressing conservatively. So for example, like, even Hannah, she's wearing knee-length spandex shorts, like gym shorts. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just like, why are they all bashing other girls for their outfits? Like, she is at a party, she's wearing skinny jeans, and she's like, yeah, there are girls, and you know, they're wearing their like little outfits. It's like, first of all, you're wearing skinny jeans, okay? And like, yes, I know this was published in like the 2010s. Still hating. She loves action movies. Red flag. You know what? Okay. Action movies are the most boring movies in the entire world. Okay, she's not annoying me, but I'm just like, this is sounding really mean. It's actually not that bad. I'm just being a hater. What I do like is that she wants to be a therapist because I'm studying psychology because I want to be a psychologist. I like that about her. What I also hate is I hate that they use the word Wrangler in the way they used it. You need to read the book to get to it yourself. When I read that, I was like, you're kidding me. You have to go into it knowing that it's been published in the 2010s and it's like a college hockey sports romance. This girl, not like other girls. Hannah, not like other girls. Why are they all not like other girls? Like, you're exactly the same. Anyway, so essentially, there's an incident where Grace wants to lose her virginity to him, but he's all like, no, like, I can't do that. That bothers me. And then he's like, oh, I like the other girl. So then Grace is like, oh, so you're using me to get over another girl. And then he's just like, oh, no. And so she then is like, that's it. Goes to Paris to be with her mom. Honestly, I wish we got lots of her time and experience in Paris, but no, we don't really get that. Like, at all. I like little descriptions of where she's staying when she was in Paris. I'm up to the part now where she's gone back and it's like back to semester. He also was working in his
dad's mechanic shop thing. I like that in this book there's other storylines going on. He essentially is not going to be able to play in hockey, but like I remember what happens at the end of the book. I remember what happens, but regardless, let's just pretend that I don't know. He is not going to be able to play hockey because he is going to need to like work in the garage while his brother travels, and then by the time like his brother finishes traveling, he'll be like 26, and then like yeah, no one's going to want him to play hockey because he's going to be old and washed up. That's the fate of his life. Although no one really knows that, and they just think that he is gonna go play hockey in the NHL, whatever it's called, I don't know. And then she, honestly, I don't know, she's dealing with some friendship drama, so that's interesting. Betrayal with the friend and everything. I'm up to the part where they've gotten back start of semester, and he has just seen her reading a book when he's been out running with Hannah. Hannah wearing the knee-length shorts over here. And knee-length spandex, okay, that, I don't know, what I'm imagining in my mind is hideous. Anyways, he's gone up to her, and I pause mid-conversation. So they're having a conversation right now. And she's like, she's over it. Like, she's like, no. She also dyed her hair blonde now. Actually, while I was in the hospital, when I had pneumonia, while I was waiting, I wanted to see, like, what my hair would look like blonde. I actually like it, but, like, also I'm too indecisive for that. And I feel like it would just, like, kill all my hair and everything. What I'm going to do is, because I have a lot of cleaning and stuff I need to do, I'm going to start listening to it. And then hopefully get through this entire book. Like, I'm hoping I can finish it. I'm supposed to be doing Summerween and also supposed to be starting Herkhead, but instead these are actually making me really interested, so I'm gonna be going through these I think this week. It's Tuesday. Hopefully I can get this finished, start the next one. That's my update. I will talk to you when I have more later. Okay, what I was imagining in my head is a lot worse than that. Also, I'm not even gonna mention the mentions of OCD in this book because it's gonna make me annoyed, so I'm just not going to. I'm almost finished. It's distracting me from the fact that I need to clean everything, that I'm cleaning everything, that I'm doing the washing. It's distracting me from my menial boring tasks, and it's just like a bit of like fun escapism. It's gonna be like a 3-star. Same as the deal. I like seeing other characters. I like the found familyness. I like seeing their friendships form. I do prefer the deal though. I remember now why I actually like this book. It's because the ending, how everything wraps up. It is 3 stars. The ending I did like a lot, but still I think I do prefer the deal overall. Finish this. There's nothing more I can really say about it. It was fun. Escapism. I finished this book in a few days, which is quite good because I feel like I've been in a reading slump and it's been taking me like forever to read any books. Glad that I read this. Did I prefer it more when I was 14? Of course I did. Okay. And I also think the reason why I didn't finish this series when I was 14 may have been because I didn't want the actual series to end, because already I'm feeling nostalgic. In the epilogue of this, I was like, where are the others? A lot of the appeal of this is their like friend group in college. That's by the point. Moving forward, I have started already the score. I'm like only like a few pages into it. I'm listening to it whenever I can and then reading it whenever I'm not listening. This one I'm very interested in. This is the book that I'm pretty sure I have not read. So Dean is like a very big player. It says he always gets what he wants. He's very rich. He doesn't really have to work hard for anything. She was like in a like long-term relationship. They were on and off for a lot of years, and it's opened up, and it's like the day after she's ended things with him, her boyfriend, and the boyfriend is like expecting them to get back together because they've consistently got back together over the course of the years that they were dating. She is just like, I can't, because he's given her some sort of ultimatum. What is this ultimatum? Well, I don't know yet. She kept going back to the relationship because her mom was like, never give up on love. And then her mom died. And then her parents' relationship was really rocky. So they were fighting a lot. So they had to fight to stay together. So that's definitely influencing her decision. And I think that also is why she did keep going back to this guy, because her dead mother's words to her was like, never give up on love, you know, but I'm pretty sure her mother meant like actual proper love. Anyways, so then she and Dean, I'm pretty sure they have like a drunken night together just once. He's a ladies' man and he's yet to meet a woman who's immune to his charms. Okay. After their experience together, she just wants to be friends, but he wants her. He starts to wonder if maybe it's time to stop focusing on scoring and shoot for love. I really do like this cover. I like the pinks, but this one is pretty. The Deal has the worst cover, but I think that's just because I don't like green. And also the Goal, I don't like either. I'm gonna read this, see what I think about this. Hopefully like this book is as much fun as the other two, because I don't remember this, although I might start reading it and I might be like, oh wait, I do remember this, but it's not coming back to me the way the deal and the mistake was. I'll keep reading and then I'll update. But yeah, I am having fun. The last book will be hard to read because every time I get to the end of a series, I'm like, but I don't want to finish it. There's other series. There are so many other worlds. I'm gonna stop talking and read this, and then I'll come back when I have some thoughts and updates for you. You can't take someone back when they say something like that about your career. Everything right now about this angle is heinous. It's terrible. Please bear with me. Let's talk about this. This book is very, very addictive. I will say that. I definitely feel like I'm the most intrigued about this one because, first of all, I was the most intrigued about Dean and I really liked Ali. And I liked that she wants to be an actress. I liked that she likes drama. I love drama as well. I loved writing monologues, performing monologues. I loved being, well, we didn't even do a play. I was in a musical, any musical. Okay, I don't talk about it. But I don't sing, okay? Well, I used to. I was in like, I've been in choirs and like vocal ensembles, but like I don't sing. But I love plays. I love performing. Like I used to love having to read the plays in drama class. Like we'd have specific plays. Anyways, I love Shakespeare. One of the monologues I picked Titania's from A Midsummer Night's Dream. And I loved it. I love this one's been an actress. The little mentions of things in these books gets me. First, we had the whole Justin Bieber thing. Now we're having Twilight. They're mentioning Twilight. I also love that he's obsessed with her, but I also love that like all the men are kind of obsessed. They're like all are obsessed, and I like that because I feel like in lots of books that I have read, like the girl is the one that is obsessed and loving the guy, and the guy is the one that's like not really into it, and then all of a sudden then he is. But I like that they're just obsessed like immediately. This book and this book series is making me wish that I could ice skate. It's making me want to so badly. I have gone ice skating before and it is terrifying. I would be curious to see how I'd go now because I feel like I am a lot more not fearless. That sounds really cringe and really embarrassing, but I feel like I'm not as scared now. But I feel like I might just freeze up, which is ironic considering it is ice. Ice is cold. But I wish that I could ice skate, and it's making me want to be able to ice skate. Like, I wish that I knew how to do, like, spins and leaps. So I might actually look into going ice skating because this book is, like, inspiring me. The way that in this book, there's a coach, and he pulled out a blackberry. Now, immediately in my head, I was like, why is he pulling out a piece of fruit? And I was so confused. I was like, what is this piece of fruit meaning? And then it was like, something about, like, he doesn't have a smartphone. I was like, oh, as in blackberry, as in the phone. The phone. Like, so it just also shows you the time period in which this is set in. But genuinely, I was like, why has he got a piece of fruit in his pocket? And then it dawned on me. I was like, oh, he means it's phone. I wanted one of those phones so badly. One thing that I don't like about this series, I feel like there's some like weird fetishizations. So how do I say that word? Weird fetishizing going on in this book. And in some of the other books as well, there's like just like a few lines and things that are being said. And I'm just like, oh, that's like, I don't like that at all. I'm like, unfortunately, like I wish I could say that I'm surprised, but I'm not. I have to go to work. I am just going to continue making my way through this book. Yeah. Also, not Winston and not Logan catching Dean with Winston. I hate her boyfriend so much. How dare he? Can you call Dean? Can you call Dean? Something hard connects with my left temple. Crack. Pain swims in my head and I hit the floor like a sack of potatoes. Okay, so I'm up to chapter 28. I am almost finished this book. I'm not finishing it tonight because I would like to go to sleep and be asleep in about 15 minutes, which is it going to happen? I'm not sure. I still have half of my dinner and I have some snacks here. I just got home from work. I got home from work a little while ago, but I swear it like takes me sometimes like forever to do things. And I wanted to do all the dishes, but I'm like, it's gonna take me forever because there's like a million things. So I'm like, where did this all come from? Because like, not me. I definitely think this is my favorite one out of the series so far. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit interested in Tucker's story because I'm pretty sure he's also with Sabrina, and Sabrina, she's like been mentioned here in this book because she and Dean kind of have like a rivalry. As soon as I finish this, I'm starting the next one. Who died? I finally finished this book this morning. I definitely prefer this one over the others. This one had, I feel like, more grief and sadness compared to the other ones. Like the other ones, yeah, there were things that had happened, but this one I feel like was more prominent. I don't know. I was tossing up between a 3-star and a 4-star, but I think I'm just gonna give it 4 stars because like, I don't know, if I change my mind, I change my mind. I did like it. It's gonna be 4 stars near the end. Tucker does drop a bombshell that like he's having a baby, so I was right. This one does involve a child, and she's very smart. She's in law school, so I'm interested in this one. I'm gonna start it now. I also feel like I connect with this one in like so many other, more than the other books in the series. Let me give you guys an update on The Goal, because I have been non-stop getting through this book this afternoon. I was reading it and listening to it while I was eating, cleaning, doing all my washing, cleaning downstairs, cleaning my room, basically doing like everything. I've just non-stop been listening to it, and I'm up to chapter 16. I really like this book. So it follows Sabrina and Tucker. Sabrina, she comes from a really bad home life. Her stepdad is a creep and her nan is just like She works 2 jobs, she's studying really hard, she's always stressed out, she's always anxious about her grades and her future and what's going to happen in her life. Tucker, oh, my bookmark just fell out. Tucker, so he is a hockey player, like he's with the other guys in the story, like he lives with them. He's very nice, very patient, everyone loves him. He really loves his mom, he's very respectful, and he's kind of like exactly who Sabrina needs. So in this score, a massive bombshell was dropped on us. Like Tucker said something, and I kind of thought that this book would follow along from that, but it doesn't. This book basically starts at the same time as the score. So we're going through like different scenarios and things, and I've already seen it from the score. She gets pregnant, right? But that hasn't even like been mentioned at all. And we're in chapter 16. Anyways, I am really loving this book. Sabrina, she does have kind of a little bit of issues with men being nice to her and like being really close and having kind of a strong connection with someone, and she kind of like prefers more just like fun, nothing serious kind of things. He's friends with all of his exes, but like not in like a seedy way, in just because he's just so nice. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I did start tearing up a little bit because he starts talking like, because obviously like Sabrina and Beau had a thing, okay? So then Tucker then goes and talks to Beau about it. Guys, why am I actually so emotional? Like, anyways, I'm really liking this book. I was predicting that I was gonna give this book 2 stars. Why? I don't know. It just was the one that like I just didn't care about at all. But yeah, that's not the case. I'm really liking this book like a lot. Like I'm really liking this book. Like I love how like Tucker is just, he is just so patient and kind and just and gentle, and I'm just like, wow, I'm really liking this book. I really love that Sabrina is hardworking. She is studying law, so she's very intelligent. I do love that about her. I do love that she does work 2 jobs. I also work 2 jobs. Now I'm not studying law. I am studying psychology. I also do play netball, but that's relevant. I like seeing other people working hard. I don't know, I really like that as my character, that she is very busy. Like, you do get really stressed out and you do get really overwhelmed. I'm really liking this book, okay? I'm gonna keep reading it and then I'll update you, but I'm really, really, really loving this book. I literally thought it was gonna be 2 stars, but I think that it might be 4 stars, to be honest. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be my favorite so far, but we will see. This book is so sad. Like, we're getting everything that we didn't see from Dean's perspective because he missed the entire thing. The thing that is sad, and like if you read the book, you know what it is. I'm like struggling not to cry myself. Okay, update on the book. Now, I'm really loving that we do get to see like Sabrina and Tucker's, we saw their relationship before, like they found out that she was pregnant and everything. So I like that we got to see the beginning of her relationship and like the start of her, well, the beginning of their relationship, and like seeing them slowly open up, but like she's not fully opened up, and I like that. I like that we're seeing that progression, and it's not just from immediately from the end of the last book. I like that we got to see. Yeah, this is really good, by the way. So I only have this much left of it, and I want to get this book finished today. I want to get started on Legacy, and hopefully get Legacy finished tomorrow. I did get Legacy finished today, like that's like the little short stories. Okay. I just want to get them finished today, so I think what I want to do is I brought my like colouring supplies because I wanted things to be mindful, because I don't really have anything I need to do. There's like actually nothing that's like pressing my mind, like I'm finally free. There's like genuinely nothing that I need to do
is I'm gonna get my car serviced. But I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna do that next month because yeah, I don't want to take money out of my savings. I don't have my savings and it is expensive. And I've already done the pink slip, green slip, paid for my registration. I did that all yesterday. Okay, so I need a little bit of a break because yeah, I don't have my savings to that. I'm gonna read. I think I'm gonna do some coloring, listen to my audiobooks, and then I also bought my Summer Wayne books, which is I think gonna be the video after this maybe. So I'm gonna get started on them tomorrow. If I don't have work, please don't have work. Please don't have work. And before anyone says anything, I've been doing 50-hour weeks, okay? 50-hour weeks while trying to do some study and assignments and things. So I just need a break. Okay. I have a hair appointment this Saturday. Excited, I'm gonna fix my, I don't know what I'm gonna get done. It'll be some realm of like red, purple coloring, audiobooks. That's that.
This is the one that I'm going to colour, and it's in this one, so we'll see how the colour scheme ends up.
Careful of my nice pajamas. Do not put any holes in this.
Hello everyone, let me give you an update about these. This is really good by the way as well. Let me give you another update about this series because I feel like I'm kind of slacking a little bit, but my goal is to finish the Legacy today because I did finish the score. Now, do I have the physical book with me? No. Do I know where it is? Let me be honest, no I don't. So I'm just gonna give you, wait, not the score, the goal. I'm sorry, the goal. All the names belong to one. Okay, so the ending so I put the little picture there, but whatever. The ending I really liked. I definitely did want to see more of like Sabrina being happy and like letting herself be happy and like letting herself be loved and everything. So I guess it's good that I have this book because I'm hoping that we see more of that in here. Now, Sabrina is a very complicated character and I feel like a lot of people don't like her. I do like her. I understand her. I understand a lot of where she's coming from and letting yourself get help and like everything, and I know that it's very annoying and frustrating, but I deeply understand her. If you are like her, you really do need someone who is very patient, very gentle, and very understanding. I don't know, I really like Tucker because I feel like he did so much for her, and that's what I like to see because like that's what I experience. Like my breakfast is being made for me. The only breakfast I have that I don't make for myself is my chocolate up and go energizer. Everything else, every food that I show has been made for me and delivered to me. Where am I? I'm literally like a princess. Anyways, this is not about me. Okay, I really did like this. I will reiterate that I do have some qualms about some of the things in this book, like I did about all of them. Things that I feel like have really negative connotations, things that are harmful. I think also this book, like it's a romance book, so I need to understand that because there's times I was like, oh, I wish we went more deeper into this or more deeper into that. Different family dynamics that they experience, the things like that. But at the end of the day, it is a romance book, so it's not going to go as deep into things as like different genres would. I'm really glad that I finished it. I feel like it took me like a long time to get through just because I feel like I was busy and like there were things I had to do and it wasn't really the top priority for me, but I'm glad I finished it. It's a 3.5, which it just wasn't a 4-star. But 3.5 is still very good. So I'm going to give you my ranking. So my favorite was 100% the score. I really loved Ali and Dean. I did. So the score. Then this one. Actually, this book could even be like a 3.5, 3.75 maybe. I'm not really too picky. Like it's in that range. And then we have The Deal, just for like nostalgic reasons. And then last one is The Mistake. I didn't really like The Mistake. Like, I mean, like it was alright, but like I think out of all of them, The Mistake was just not my favorite. That's my little update for that one. Now let's talk about Legacy. So I have started this book and I'm going to I have my colouring again. Anyway, so I'm gonna do some more of this. Like, I'm gonna finish my colouring of this. So this essentially is like 4 novellas. So I'm up to the first one. It's The Pact. It's Logan and Grace. I'm also very devastated because she's not going to be a psychologist. Like, that's one of the things I liked about her, was that she was going to be a psychologist, and now she wants to be like a TV producer for the news. So she doesn't want to be a psychologist anymore. That was like a stab in the heart, because I was like, girl, that's why I liked you. Like that was like one of the only things I liked about you, was the fact that you want to be a psychologist, because that's why I want to be a clinical psychologist. Anyways, what I do love seeing is like the extra stuff, like how the relationships with like family members are going. So like, you know, in terms of like the other person's parents and things, I do like seeing that. I think that novellas can be fun. I'm excited to finish this. Like, I feel like it's like one of the shortest ones, so I'm excited to get this finished. Okay, I want to get it done. So this one, I like it so far because Logan and Grace, like, obviously they're very busy, they don't get to see each other much, like, so they're having a bit of like, not trouble in paradise, but they're like not seeing each other as much, so there's a little bit of issues with that. So it's just about like them trying to navigate like how they can have their relationship when they don't really see each other that much because of their busy schedules. And they're going on this little getaway together, and it's like really snowy where they're going, and it's like a blizzard, and yeah, so they're currently trapped in the car together, and it's like a really snowy, cold setting, and I love like snowstorms and blizzards when they're depicted in books, so I'm enjoying that. And so yeah, right now I'm up to the point where they're just stuck in the car and they can't get out of like this ditch that they're in. Honestly, it would be so terrifying driving in snow. Like, I've never seen snow in real life. Never once in my life have I seen real life snow. I have seen like fake snow, but never like real snow. Like, I went to like Winter Wonderland thing like years ago, but aside from that, like, have not seen anything. And also, that was the weird place I went to, and I went down like this side thing, and my mum took a video of me going outside, and it was just me going outside, and then in the video you can see a man take his phone and like stick it out and take a picture of me and I'm going outside. You can see it in the video. Weirdos. The initial reason for The Pact, also I changed because I was getting too hot in the sun, but I love being in the sun and colouring. But the initial reason for The Pact, I like the little ending. I feel like it's a bit, there's a wedding, there is no wedding, they don't have a wedding. Like, it's like the last sentence is due to weddings. Anyways, I'm moving on. It is the proposal, and it's Ali and Dean. So I think we can assume that there's going to be a proposal. So part 2. Okay, I'm still on page 1 of the proposal, but I love their friendship. Like, it's Garrett and Dean. I love the friendships in this book. I really like the fan family. However, I will say I feel like Tucker is the one that's left out, and I feel like that's also what didn't help my enjoyment of the 4th book, because I feel like he's like not as close as all the others, and I feel like he's kind of left out a little bit. I don't know, that's just what I think. It's 3 of them together. Dean is on the ground pretending to propose to Garrett, and Logan is watching. So where's Tucker? And it was like, my best friend on the floor, my other best friend over there. Where's Tucker?
Along with our friend Tucker. Yeah. See? Friend.
Our friend at that.
Garrett, best friend. Logan, wait, where does it say it? Where does it say? Yeah, there. Other best friend. See?
Not Dean saying that he finds plenty of other women attractive, but I mean, I guess it's Dean, so like, what can you expect? I like that Ali, she's in like a hit TV show, so I like that she's famous. I don't know, I kind of love when the characters are famous, to be honest. Dean is such a lustful terror. So I finally finished it. I'm up to part 3, the honeymoon, which is Tucker and Sabrina, and I kind of like that Garrett and Hannah are going to be last because they were the first ones. Their book started the entire series, so I think something nice about that. I liked Dean and Ali's. I feel like it was just, the book was just very them. Yeah, I don't know. It was alright. Next we have the honeymoon, so I'm assuming we know what this one's going to be about. So Sabrina and Tucker, they're on their honeymoon, and I like seeing, I like that the characters, like, they do feel the same, because like Sabrina is still herself. She's still finding it hard to like relax and like, you know, let other people take care of things, and she's very stressed out and everything. Now also what I do like is that Alexander, like the doll, it's like he's being weaved throughout it all.
I do like that. I think it's like a nice like little touch, because like even though they're all novellas, like they all do connect. This book is making me wish it was summer. I just wish that I could go swimming and be in the beach. I miss the beach. I just want to go swimming in the beach, but I can't because it's too cold. But being out here, like the sun is like quite warm, so even though it's like only 16 degrees, it's like still feels pretty warm because I'm essentially like baking myself. But, like, I just want to go swimming. I miss the beach so much. So I'm up to Legacy. It ends on a bit of a cliffhanger for Sabrina and Tucker's story. Like, what are they gonna do next? Like, is the offers, are they gonna be accepted? But I do like how it like all tied in. I also think it was funny that, well, not funny, but like so many disastrous things happened on their trip. So I feel like that would happen for them. Now, yes, I'm up to the Legacy, and I'm interested in this one. So Hannah. So obviously it says a surprise pregnancy, so it just goes basically one line, so we can all guess what this one is about, but she just hasn't told him yet, and he's literally just been like, what did he say? He was like, this is why I can't be like a dad or something, or like he's nervous about being a father because of his own like father, and he's nervous about it, and then essentially like he's famous now, but his dad accepted that they would do a TV show together, and he's like not happy about that. And then Hannah, it's like just, you know, helping musicians and helping rappers, so she's doing her little career thing, so it's nice to see that everyone has a career. I love to see that. So yeah, I'm almost finished the book, so I just need to like keep persevering through it and then finish it hopefully tonight. Like I want to finish it like before tonight, because I would like to get these books finished so I can start some. It's just gonna be like 3 stars, just like it's just how it is. But I'm glad that I did read it, and I'm glad that I'm gonna be getting all these books off my TBR, because it's just gonna be like just a weight off. And then I'm intrigued about like the Briar U series. Yeah, I was thinking about like maybe doing a wrap up for all the books, but I don't think I can, because it's just, I've said what I've needed to say, and there's nothing else I really want to add, to be honest. So I'm glad that I read them. Anyways, I'm gonna finish this, and then I'll see you guys later. I've also had a really fun time coloring. Been very therapeutic, just coloring while listening to my audiobook, and this is definitely a practice I want to implement because I really enjoyed it. Why do I look so blurry? I also did wash my hair, so it's been kind of drying, but I need to move because I'm not in the sun anymore. Okay guys, so I got my head on this morning, which is why it looks different to how you've seen me this entire video. But I have finished Legacy, so I'm going to give you an update now, because I would really like to have this video edited and post it, because yeah, guys, I love my hair. Like, I have not had brown hair in so long, and I'm so obsessed with it. I love it so much. You guys are going to see it first before anyone else. I love it. And like, we only went this color because eventually like the color that I want that we're going to get to, it's going to take a long time. So this is just like one of like the earlier stages. Okay, sorry, no kiss about the hair. Let's talk about Legacy. What I will say about Garrett and Hannah's story is I feel like it is very, how Garrett responded to certain things is exactly how I would expect him to. Anyways, I am glad though that he's gonna do what he's gonna do with his dad and like the TV show thing. Well, not TV show, yeah, it is a TV show, like the interview TV show thing. I'm glad he's gonna do what he's gonna do, because I feel like I was wanting a resolution for that. I'm also happy about what could potentially happen for Hannah's family, because yeah, there's a thing there as well, so I'm very happy about that. I'm also so relieved that I finally have this series done, because I got to a point where it was just hovering over my head, because this is taking up so much storage in my phone, and I wanted to read other books, but I was like, no, I really need to finish these ones. So I'm just glad that it's going to be like over, and that sounds mean, but yeah, in the end I'm giving this book like a 3 stars, to be honest. Like overall, I think all of them were like 3 stars. I also, surprisingly, I did kind of like it more than the other ones. So yeah, it's weird. I do like Legacy. It's just like an entire 3-star series for me. Now, how the book ended was we got some big news dropped on us, okay, with Garrett and Hannah, and then it just kind of ended. What I kind of wanted for like the last book, the last epilogue, I was expecting them like all to be together, like massive found familyness, like them all together for some sort of event or something. I didn't think I forgot to say this, but like in Tucker's and Sabrina's, I liked what they all did for him for his like bachelor party thing. I really liked it. I thought it was very sweet, and I really like that because I do love nostalgia. Anyways, back to this. I wish that it ended with them like all together. I think that is what I would have wanted to have happened, but it just, alas, you know, yeah. Why didn't it end with
them all together. I feel like to have an epilogue of like a quite, how many books are in the series? The Deal, The Mistake, The Score, The Goal. Yeah. It's a 4-book series, right? Plus this little one. Why would you not end with them all together, or not have like another little book where it's like them all together? Like, surely it could have been like some sort of celebration, or like some sort of like get together. That kind of annoyed me. Like, why would they not end on that? Also, what I do like about this like whole book is that it wasn't just a whole bunch of just like happy, fun moments. There was stuff that was serious things that were talked about, and it got messy, and there were fights, and it was dealing with, you know, serious things in relationships. And I like that. I like that it wasn't just all like la 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 la, because it's like, well, that's kind of like what you want at the end of a book, not like another like little mini novella. Also, guys, when I was walking to this car, pretty sure I did get swooped. I saw like a magpie, but like I just kept looking at the ground. Like, I don't even know if I did get swooped, but I saw a magpie. And it was flying above me, but like I don't know if I actually got swooped. I forced myself to look at the ground. Definitely lower your expectations, not just for this one, but for all of them. That is what I did. You cannot go into these books with... Why am I blurry? There's a massive sun there. Help! I feel like if you go in with the highest of expectations, you're going to be considerably disappointed. But my expectations were lowered, and it definitely helped my experience. Now, also, I'm sorry, like, it's just, they're exactly what you expect they're going to be. Okay, exactly what you expect they're going to be. If there is one thing that I will say about this series, is that it is exactly what you are going to expect it to be. Do not expect anything else. Now, that is all I really have to say. I feel like I've said everything that I've needed to say. So, I'm going to go now. I feel like I've talked for so long. If I think of something else I want to say, like, I'll put it in a wrap up. When am I going to do a wrap up? Who knows, honestly. But I've said everything I need to say. So, I'm going to go. And yes, I've been talking for such a long time. Thank you so much for watching if you've actually made it to the end. That is very impressive, actually. Like, very impressive. And I'll see you guys in the next one.